Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm from Clovis, California. Hello and welcome everybody, and happy Wednesday, June 1st. Yay! So what does June 1st mean for all of us? We get to first mute our computer before it gets really loud in here. We get to order the new catalog items for the holiday. Meaning the demonstrators get to. So we get to order them. So last night, of course, at 11 o'clock at night, I went online to see if I could order yet, and I could. So they say 3 a.m., but we always start at midnight Mountain Time just to kind of see if we can. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Oh, Pamela, I was going to email you. That item that you asked me if I had, I do. So message me after. I found some. So anyway, okay. Hi, Jody. Hi, Linda. Cindy, welcome. So last night at 11 o'clock, I told my husband, it's a late night tonight. And we went to dinner and we went to the movies. If you guys have not seen Maverick, rewatch Top Gun. I watched it Monday to refresh my memory because it's been a long time since I've seen it. And then we went and watched Maverick. I was on the edge of my seat the whole movie. It was absolutely fantastic. So I highly recommend it. So then I came home and I'm like, we got to do it. So we're watching TV. We watched, the movie with, the tennis movie with Will Smith. Yeah, it was a good movie. But anyway, right, Steph? Didn't you just leave here? And oh, good, Gloria. Oh, you're going to love it. So anyway, at 11, I decided to give it a try to see. I know they say 3 just in case there's technical issues and give us some time, but it was midnight their time, and I ordered everything except there's a couple things I had to order today because I missed them, but that's okay. So guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is an unboxing video. I'm so excited. I think that the big catalog, I didn't spend as much as I did on the main catalog because it's a big catalog, but there is a lot of holiday things I could not do without. So I ordered a lot of those. Some amazing stuff. For those of you that have seen the mini holiday catalog, love it. You know, a lot of times you'll hear people go, oh, you know, it's not my cup of tea, or this catalog's not my favorite. Or everybody I've talked to so far loves it. And I sure do. So I can't wait to play with the stuff and organize it. I already have my stack of magnets for my dies. I already have my pouches for my paper. Everything's ready. Can't wait to see all the new goodies. Yeah. So be prepared. Make sure you are subscribed and that you click on the little bell and do all, because I do not know what time I'm going to come live. It's going to be whenever I get my stuff and I kind of organize it a little bit. You guys know how I like to organize it a little and be prepared, and then we'll go live. So hello everybody. Linda, Pamela, Arlene, Gloria, Kathy, Diana, Stephanie, Marcia, and Linda. Welcome. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah. Linda, if you're talking about the movie, me too. Oh, Jennifer, I hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. The crafting will be here. The holiday stuff will be here in another 6 months, and you'll get to order the first of next month. That being said, quick little thing, if you want to join my team, I'd love to have you, and you can order all of your holiday things now. So, and you can put them in your kit. Fun, fun. Okay, so we do have a lot of announcements. So let me just quickly say, of course, my new June host code is up, and it will be, oh, thanks, Linda. It will be on down listed below. It's on my blog and it is on my Facebook page. Bingo is June 21st. It will be all holiday items, and eek, it's going to be exciting. So that being said, I have to tell you, the last time I did an unboxing and I did a video in that month with new product, I was able to make it work. Remember, we only have a limited amount of items that I can send out. I have not created my stuff yet, but if there's something I come across that I absolutely have to create, then your kit may just be this much late so I can get all new stuff. But I think I'm going to be able to work it out to be able to get everything done, because I usually try to, do it that way. I don't use two sides of the same paper because I don't have enough, that kind of thing. So it should be okay. But don't forget, bingo sign up down below. I have a Hues of Happiness online class, and I'm going to extend it to this Friday. I have not started the kits yet. I will be doing that this weekend. So if you are interested in the Hues of Happiness online class, let me know. Go below and register. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can purchase the suite from me, and then your class is free, but you must register. So I have your address, your email, all that good stuff. If you have the kit already, or you want to purchase the kit, however, or you don't want to purchase the kit, but you want to do the class, that's fine too. Then it's $35. And if you just want the video and the PDF, because the fancy fold will have a PDF, and you can do that, and that'll be just $20. So you'll have the video to go back. The video will be a private link. Okay, so that way you can go back, do it as much as you want, a little at a time, whatever you want. Okay, so there is that. Now, this one, buy one, get one free kits for June. Any kit that you purchase this month will be buy one, get one. Did I say free? Sorry. Buy one, get one 50% off. And I understand that the birthday one is available again. So I saw a post. I didn't go look. I should have. It's either available or will be very shortly. So if you're wanting that birthday one, there you go. There's a new kit, and it's called the Love This Memory Notebook Kit. You are going to see me do a video with this because I have a fantastic idea with this. So I might do just a small little class with this. So it's a $25 kit. You also get this cute stamp set. How adorable is that? Now I'm going to go back to this kit. Up on the upper left hand side, there's a little craft notebook there. It's 8.5 by 5.25. It's adorable. So what I think I want to do is if you purchase this from me, so remember, it's buy one, get one free. I'm going to get two because I have something special in mind for them. So if you do that and purchase that kit from me, I'm going to do a private video. It will be a live video, but it'll be recorded. So if you purchase it and you register, which I don't have a form yet because I've got to write that down because I'm making this up on the fly, is I'm going to do a private class with it, and we'll just craft together. Just have a little craft time together. So kit, class, private. And all you have to do is register. So I'll get a form going. And if you purchase that kit from me, I will get your email, put you on an email list, and we will schedule a time and get together. It'll be recorded if you can't make it, but it will be live. It'll be a private link again. And I'll show you what my plan is with that. And we can just kind of craft together. Make sure you have some pictures to put in there and come up with an idea with your little notebook. Okay, so there's that. So many things right now. And a new catalog means what? I want one of the kits with the kit. Oh, you want to get one of those kits? Yeah, remember, it's buy one, get one 50% off. And I don't think it has to be the same kit. And, oh, big news. When you buy one and get one 50% off, your second or your most expensive one is the 50% off one. Yep. So if that one's $25 and you buy a $19 kit or a $12 kit, depends on if it has a stamp or not, you get this one at half off. How brilliant is that? So keep that in mind. All right, so a new catalog means what? Hi, Lisa, how are you? A new catalog means a paper share. So I have a paper share. It is all ready to go. Now, I'm going to tell you, some of you may say, oh, why is this catalog more expensive than the last one? Well, this one ends up being 181 papers, and the other one I think was 160 something. But let me just tell you that who forgot to add the shipping to the last cost? So the shipping to you, the flat rate I did to you with your paper share, that was on me. Yay, you're welcome. So this time I added it in. So that's why it is $65, but it is going to be an awesome, awesome paper share. There is, okay, off the top of my head, there is not Halloween paper, but there is fall paper, and it's gorgeous. And there is some paper that could be used for Halloween color-wise. I'm trying to go off memory here, but the paper is really, really pretty. So I hope you take advantage. Again, there should be a link below, and it's definitely under my shop on my blog. All right, I think that is my announcements. Let me look. Unboxing the new kits, paper share. My Hues class, my bingo, Maverick, of course. Oh, and last chance. So the catalog from, yeah, there is black and white paper. Thank you, Pamela, that could be used for Halloween, and that's kind of in that Halloween section, but it's black and white, so it's very universal. You could use it for lots of stuff. Last chance. So January through June mini catalog, the last chance items are up. And so a lot of items are 50% off, and there's a lot of sale items on there you should take a look at. I have a lot of these announcements going to be on my blog post after this video, and a lizard just crawled up the house next door like a little lizard, but I mean, it's a good size for me to see it from here, but he just ran up the side of the wall, and he's just sitting there. Thought I was seeing things. Anyway. All right, so that's a lot of announcements right there. Again, they'll be on my blog after this video, so let's get started with this fun card. So this is a fun card with lots of different technique on it that I thought would be a fun card to do. You know, I normally do the, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and the 3 3/4 by 5. And I just, when I change it up, I'm always so happy I do it. I don't know why I don't do it more often, but so we're going to show you some different techniques and things. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping so I can show you how I did it. I pulled in some colors. This is Calypso Coral, Polished Pink, and Merry Merlot. And that's the colors in this. I wanted something that just kind of popped, that had a lot of color. The paper comes from the Awash and Beauty. And so that's what I used. And so when I cut my paper down, you're going to see I have some pieces here, and some of them I used for the bottom of my inside of my card. But when you get your piece of paper, you kind of want to look. I didn't really want that to be my piece of paper. I kind of wanted the larger images, so you can kind of see that it's not just a lot of leaves. I kind of, picked out what you want. So just kind of look at it, kind of decide on where you want your images, although they're still going to be covered quite a bit. I definitely wanted some of the orange and the pinks and the Merlot and the greens all to show. So there you go with that. So that's kind of how I chose it. This is on the other side, which is really pretty. So that's how I chose my paper. Then what I did is I took my measurements here, and I will tell you that this measurement here is 2 by 5. This one is 2 1/8 by 5 1/8. And when you measure that, make sure, let me get my trimmer here so I can show you. When you measure the black pieces, when I say 2 1/8, I want you to go to 2 1/8, and I want you to be able to see the 2 1/8 line, okay? So I want your paper to be just to the right side, so it's just a hair smaller than 2 1/8, okay? So just slightly, like I just want you to see the line. And then the same thing here with the 5. You're going to go to 5 1/8 and just slightly smaller. So you have a nice even amount around, but it's going to be a much smaller amount than if it was an 1/8. Okay, so that's what you're going to do with that piece. Move that over here. Try not to knock anything over. And then we're going to bring in our panel here with our DSP. So get a nice image that you want. Don't worry about cutting that one piece off because we're going to put it on the inside anyway. So I did a Calypso Coral panel. That's 4 1/4, or excuse me, 4 by 5 1/4, 3 3/4 by 5, and then just take any size, whatever looks right to you. Like right now I have this bigger size here, but I'm going to cut it down because I don't want it that big. But you could, and put that there. I cut a few flowers out. So this is from the True Beauty stamp set, which is the Awash and Beauty. Now my paper is moving because I haven't taped it down yet because I need to die cut a couple things. So I did a couple flowers, and I did one of the little flowers here in the Mary Merlot. I did this with Calypso Coral, and I added a little bit of Mary Merlot with a dauber on the inside, and then I did polished pink. This one I just did Calypso Coral, and I kind of liked that better, but I'm going to move these around just a little bit too, so I'm going to do that. This piece here is your flower DSP. Here's going to be 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And then the black, again, you're going to slightly move it in from 2 7/8 and 3 3/8. Okay, so that's how you're going to do. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Cindy. Okay, so there you go. Now on the circles that we did, I brought my circle dies in, and I used not the largest, but the next one. So I used the second from the largest on the scallop and the regular. So we're going to use the regular in just a minute. So let's move this aside. We're going to do a little bit of stamping first. So what I did is I brought in Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. If you look at the paper, it says Mossy Meadow on the paper, but I don't think, I'm going to just double check it. I don't think it says Old Olive on here. No, it says Mossy Meadow. But if you look at these colors, like this is really dark up here, but this is lighter, and the center of here is a little lighter. And so I kind of wanted my leaves to look like that. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If you take this piece of paper, okay, and we're going to open up just Mossy Meadow. And try not to throw it like I did. All right, so if we did just Mossy Meadow, look how dark that looks. It would probably be just fine because it is part of the color in there, right? But I just thought this kind of matched a little bit better. And the darker may have made it pop a little bit more, but I just blended it just so that it all kind of is my scene right there that I want to see. So we're not going to do that one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Old Olive and my Mossy Meadow. Let me wipe this off. All right, so I just wiped this off. It's a little bit wet, so I'm just going to stamp on here a little bit, make sure it's dry. So now I'm going to go full force into Old Olive. Okay, so it's all the way. Then I'm just going to take the tips and just lightly kind of, you know, go around. And then I'm just going to stamp it. Don't worry about your line because you're die cutting this out. But see how harsh that is? I didn't like it. So I'm going back to the Old Olive and a little bit in here, and you can kind of do this just to make sure that it gets kind of not so, you know, harsh right there. I'm going to do Old Olive again. I'm going to do a little bit more of the Mossy Meadow. Okay, now see how you're just kind of getting a variegated color? I like that better than straight like that, or that one, of course, I messed up. Like I said, don't worry about the line. So now you have a nice kind of variegated, the two colors that you can use. that are going to match the card a little bit better. Now you could do this on a Stamparatus, and you could stamp your old olive first and then just dab a little bit of the mossy meadow on there. So you could do it in a and with a dauber, or even your ink pad. So now I'm going to do this one. So let's see if this one comes out okay. And then I just kind of went back and forth on that one. So let's see. See what I mean? How the colors, you just kind of, I did it a little more over here and just dabbed it on there. And so it just kind of gives you that variegated look. Kind of, to me, matches the leaves on the paper. So I'm good with those. We're going to go ahead and use those. All right, so let's die cut those out, which I'm going to move this. Oh, let's do one more thing while we're here. We need to do our circle. So we're going to cut that out. And we're going to cut our circle out. So let's just take, I'm going to try it with my stamp first. If we need a Stamparatus, I will. It's a nice big bold sentiment. So I just want to make sure I get a good image, but we'll try it this way first. I did it yesterday. It worked out fine. I didn't need my Stamparatus. So let's see. I'm going to do it kind of right in the middle of the paper because we're going to die cut it out with a circle. Okay. Look how pretty that is. So we're going to use that. All right, so now let's do some quick die cutting here. All right, I'll just bring it over. A quick, as soon as I get my dies out here. Hi Carol Ann, how are you? All right, we're gonna just put this one on here. I always like to use my tape. Especially when I'm in a hurry like I do when I'm on videos, a lot of times I'm just like, whoop, 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 just get it on there. You don't have to watch me die cut everything, but I just kind of wanted you to show you how I do my coloring. The other thing I want you to do is know that I like to do this stamp first because I want to make sure I have my circle where I want it. And yeah, Carolyn, how are you? Glad you're doing okay. All right, now we're going to just put this on here. There we go. Everything's on. So yeah, I was just saying I'm excited about I do too, Lisa, the bold sentiment. I was like, okay, I already knew I want a bold sentiment. What am I going to find? And I had to just find the right sentiment and font and just what I wanted. All right, so there's that. And yeah, that tomorrow we're going to have our unboxing. I'm excited about that. It's going to be busy. I'll have my grandson during the day. And I will have, did I just do the wrong one? Look at that, you guys. No one even told me. All right. Let's try this again. I did not want that one. There we go. So I'll have my grandson during the day, but we'll have, I can unbox my goodies while he is here playing. He likes to come in the craft room. He always asks me, are we gonna go in your craft room? Hi Laura, how are you? I say, well, sure, if you want to. He has his little type table in here, and he likes to watch his cartoons, and he likes to watch the making of toys, or like kids using like new toys and stuff. Like, I don't know. I think they rate the toys or something. I don't know. But he likes watching that. So there we go. Now we have all of our die cutting done. Yay. I have had a lot of die cutting machines, and as you guys know, I love our die cutting machine. It's just so nice. Okay, let me put this down in view. Just going to use my same tape. All right. Now, this one has another one in it because it's got the lattice in the back. These are called Organic Beauty, and I love this whole Awash and Beauty set. It's just so cool. Okay, so we are going to use the die cutting machine again in a minute, but that'll be okay. Let's bring our card in and our pieces. We'll just put that there. The next thing I want to show you what I did is we're going to take this panel right here that we're going to glue together here, and we are going to take my little tablet here. I'm going to put my dies in their pouch, otherwise something will catch on them and they'll just go away. Okay, so here's our colors. So it's a Calypso Coral, Polished Pink, and Mary Merlot. We're going to start with the Calypso Coral, and we're going to get our blending brush. Okay, I washed my hands, so hopefully I have nothing on them, but I do have a napkin here that I'm going to show you what I do with that in a bit. So let's start with our Calypso Coral. So I have my orange brush out, and I'm just going to pick up some orange. I want it fairly dark because the colors on our card are fairly dark, right? So here we go. I tried to do it a little darker. I think I want to add a little more pink this time. So I'm just going to hold my napkin over here just in case. I did have lotion on my hand earlier. Even though I washed them, I like to just make sure I'm not going to get fingerprints all over. And this is actually pretty forgiving because we're going to do some embossing on it, and we want it pretty dark. So we're just going to keep going and get a really nice dark color. Okay. So, and I don't mind if the edges kind of get dark because I want to get dark. So it'll be okay if it's not quite as dark on the inside, but a little darker on the outside. And so you can just kind of do a good chunk, maybe a third, but it doesn't have to be. It's whatever, you know, whatever you're kind of looking for. The one thing I have to say is my arm gets tired. And I know it's probably because I press harder than I need to, but especially for a video, it's like I'm just going to try and make this dark fast so you guys don't have to sit here. But really, in reality, you could just sit here and just kind of keep going. It'll get darker because you've got a lot of ink on your brush, right? So I kind of move it like down towards the bottom part now here. I'll just kind of tilt it a little bit, make sure I get all that ink. Get it on the sides. See how it's just getting darker? You could just keep going and going and going, and I think that's good. All right, so there's that one, and now we're going to pull in our pink. So now I want Polished Pink. What a beautiful pink, huh? Hi, Olivia. Hi, Becky. How are you? All right, so now we're going to get pink, so I just kind of like to get it kind of a lot of color on there. And I like to, you can see I kind of roll it. I want it everywhere. All right, so we're going to move down a little bit. I'm just going to cover up like that last little portion, and you don't have to come all the way down. Start off and just kind of get on there, and you want it to blend across the other color. So don't worry about blending it right there, okay? You want to blend it. So just keep going, kind of roll your brush, make sure it's getting all that color on there. My friend was here today and she's like, but how did you do this part? And I'm like, well, you have to watch my video. I can't give all my secrets away. All right, so just keep going, keep going. So for those that you have seen the papers, aren't the papers gorgeous? I can't wait to see them in person. You know, it's funny because sometimes you see the papers in the catalog or the preview and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty, but I don't know. And then you see it in person and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got it. So I have to get all the papers, of course, because they're always prettier in person. All right, so see how that's nicely blended now? You're just kind of blending them together and you just not have a big harsh line right there. But I want the pink to be a little darker, just because this card is so vibrant. So just kind of keep going over and over it. It'll get darker. Move your brush around a little bit. Make sure it's getting all that ink that you've got on there onto your paper. See how much darker it's getting? Thank you, Laura. Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, I'd appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up and share and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps my YouTube channel a lot and others see my channel. All right, I think that is going to be good for the pink. So now this really comes in handy when I'm going to turn it. I don't want to get my fingers on there just in case. And I'm just going to lay that right over the orange. We're going to switch out brushes. And now we're going to go to the red. I know, I usually like, you know, I like pinks and I go to purples, but this is just, it's kind of a pink and purple, but it's just so vibrant. I love it. All right, now Mary Merlot. Now this is a color I would not have thought of. I was thinking that this was like a raspberry or a blackberry. You know, the colors, and I wasn't quite sure which one. And when I read it, it said Mary Merlot, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I'm going to get my red out. Again, I got it pretty good, and I'm going to move this up a little just so I have a good hand. Okay, see how there's orange right here? I'm just going to move this over because I don't want to pull the orange if I can help it. I don't think it will, but sometimes, you know, if you just keep rubbing over it, it picks up. And I want this to be the red color. So I'm just trying to move it over into a cleaner spot if I can. And I like to keep my hand on the brush towards the bottom there just to give it a little more stability. And like I said, I tend to go harder than I probably need to, but for video purposes, I try to go a little faster. Yes, I did, Stephanie. I knew you'd watch. All right, so see how those lines are just blending really nicely? Okay, but I want this darker, so I'm just going to keep going. And be careful because it will bend your paper. So I'm going to go a little closer because I'm getting dark, you know, harder, but I don't want to bend my paper because then you'll get a crease in it and you'll see all the white, and you don't want to do that yet. You want a purpose for the white. All right, now it's getting nice and dark. I wanted a little more pink in this one, so I think I did that. All right, so there you go. There's your colors. All right, so you put your red back. Hey, pretty good. Not much color all over on me. All right, now let's take this. And we're going to take our painted posies. move everything kind of out of the way. We're going to take our Painted Posies embossing folder, and you want the flat side. You can feel the flowers. Okay, this is the flatter side that's with the label on it here with your Stampin' Up. And then this is the front side, okay, the back side. So flat side, but this is the back and everything's raised, and that's what you want. So what I want to do is I still want the Mary Merlot on the bottom, but I want to pick the tallest part of my embossing folder, which is right here. And I want to put this right in here, and I want the flowers to be on my card. So when you close it, see, your stem goes off here, but I want these two flowers up here just to kind of fill in your space here at the top so you can see that. So even though you're not going to see this one, this is what I want right here. I want to be able to see that there. So I'm going to take this and put it in my embossing folder. In my die machine here, and emboss it. So our cut and emboss has this special plate here, so your sandwich would be just number 1 here, so just your platform, your thing. This is why I also like to put the name on here so I know it's a 3D. So this is all I'm going to use, and then we're going to use our emboss plate. It's number 4. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now we're going to open this, and you're going to see that we have some white cracking because it's a 3D embossing folder. So it's going to push the paper up, and you can see that the color is coming off right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in this and set it here. Let me turn this over so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so we're going to put this right here, and then I have this file, and it's just a foamy file, and I did look it up. I think it was 80 by 120 is the number if you go to Amazon or wherever. It's just a foamy square that you probably have gotten, you probably have it in your house, and this one's newer. If you have an old one, I would use that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hold it and lightly go over the image. Okay, it doesn't have to be super light, doesn't have to be super hard. You'll get the feel of it. It depends on your file, and you can kind of just take a corner and just get as much of the image as you want to poke through and come out, and the color will go back. So we're just taking this lightly. You want to make sure it's flat. So even though I'm using more of the corner, it's still flat, okay? And so now you're just going to keep going. If you have some really low sandpaper, some really fine sandpaper, you can definitely use that. And just wipe it off here. Now I'm going to go back to that corner because these little groove pieces in here, I want to make sure I get that off. I'm still going flat. I'm just pressing a little more on that side just because I want to get those little grooves in here a little bit better. Okay, and a lot of it's covered up, but I want to make sure. There's a stem coming up right there, so it's going to look like my flower is connected if I do this. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. Let me get a tissue so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. So now you have that really fun image, and you can see that. Now I used to do this, gosh, so long ago. It's been around forever. It's nothing new for sure. But I just haven't done it in a long time. And when it came out like that, I was like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to, it's kind of like distressing. So that's what I wanted to do. So there's Let's move this right here so you can see it. And then here we go. All right, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to put glue because it's embossed, of course. So let's take this. I think I need more glue in here. What is going on? Let me poke my needle in here again, see what's going on with my glue. Find my scratch paper. Oh, there we go. All right. So here we go. What is going on here? I must have something clogging my thing here. Hold on, technical difficulties. Okay, so if this happens, I'm just going to take this tissue. You want to be careful. You don't want to squeeze it too tight. It'll blow up on you. But I'm just going to open this up. I put glue in not too long ago, but this, take your pokey tool or whatever, and I just kind of clean this little area out. There might just be, like, see how that's kind of thick right there? It might just be clogged up a little bit. So I'm just going to do that, and let's see what we can get. Then I take your needle and poke it through, and there might have been something right there. And now we should be good, I hope. I don't want to squeeze too hard and then it just blow up on the project or us. All right, here we go. All right, so now, here we go. We're gonna go like this, up the side, down this side. All right, I have tissue on my hand. All right, so now remember your outside of this is really, really a small line. So you just kind of wanna put it on there and move it around. It is glue, so you can kind of get it right where you want it. Okay, and put that down. And now let's do the same here. This one I'm going to go ahead and use seal because it's just a flat piece of DSP. I like to make sure it's all the way around. Okay, same thing. I like to take, it's gonna go this way. To me, this looks, these flowers are pointing upward. And so we're gonna go right down. But see what I mean, how I got a little bit of the orange and the pink and everything on here. It would have been nice to have the pink up a little more, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. All right, so there's that. We're gonna pull this in and let's fix this. I'm gonna shrink this a little bit. It's a little too long for me. I really like to just use this silver part right here, and I go just past it. Right along that line is good with me. So it's a little over, it's just right, just slightly over a ½ inch. Okay, and now we're gonna take this piece of paper. Before you add this here, I always like to put this on because I make it's cut longer, and then that way you can, you know, cut off the edge. Hi, Linda from Modesto, only a little ways away from me. Oop. Welcome. Yep, and Jennifer's in Stockton. We should all get together and have a craft day. All right. I may do that. I've been thinking about, I don't know, the place that I used to have like crafting. I wondered if they would allow us to do it again, but if they do, I may do a craft day someday just for us to all have maybe do a big class or something fun like that, or just a craft day. All right. Then we're going to add this right about there. Okay. Put our ends side before we go any farther, so we don't use the papers. Yeah, hopefully you guys, if you guys will come to Clovis, that would be a lot of fun. Actually the place is in, well, yeah, it's in Fresno, but same difference, kind of, location-wise anyway. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add this panel. And I did this one down. So I just kind of eyeballed it. Now remember, you have a lot of ink on here, so you might want to wipe your hands off when you do a lot with that, so you don't get your card all colored up there. Okay, so now this is flat and this is fairly flat. So what I did is I decided to take dimensional adhesive, the adhesive sheets. The reason is this is slightly, let me show you. This is slightly thicker. I don't know if you can tell. Look at my thumb area right here. See how this is just slightly thicker than this is, okay? Did you stamp those out or get the pink and peach flowers from the paper? Did I stamp the, oh no, these flowers here are stamped. Yeah, they're stamped with the True Beauty stamp set here and the die set. So I stamped that one. Okay, so so this is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to use this first, and we're going to put that on our panel. So what I did is I'm just going to use some scissors, and I'm going to go straight across and just do a panel. I'm going to cut this off. We'll use that later. All right, so just cut across like this, and then let's do that. And that is about right. So we're going to do one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay, so there's one. Oh, you're welcome. All right, and then, oops. We're going to put this one right in the middle just for some stability. So let's add that. And then this is where you start thinking about your dimension, because this is going to be popped up. I just want a little bit from the top, a little bit from the sides. I'm going to move it outward right about there. Okay, just make sure that's nice and even. And because this is flat, it's really not that big of a difference. It actually goes fairly flat nicely right there. So don't worry about that. Now let's put our circle together. All right, so we're going to take our white panel. Hello. I just kind of like to go around the outsides. It doesn't have to be exactly on the edge or anything. I just want to make sure it's going to stick. Yes, Linda. Yeah, this is all Stampin' Up, correct. Okay, so now we're going to go really close to the edge. I like to hold it on the sides and go down, just so if you're good on the top and bottom, you're probably okay left and right also, okay? So there we go. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this about the same height up from that, okay? But I want it over here a little bit because we're going to have our flowers on here. So this dimension is a little higher than this dimension, right? So I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you really can't see it. But what I did is I'm going to put, you're going to take this little piece that you have left, and I'm just going to round this piece like this. Okay. So we're going to have this, and don't worry, I washed my scissors after. That's how I cut my finger the other day. You got to be careful of that, but I wasn't paying close attention. Oh, let me show you. It's amazing. It's really my new best friend. So when I used this the other day for a project, this is what I ended up with. But you get 6 sheets in here. And it's called foam adhesive sheets. And it should be listed below. I hope I added it. If I didn't, if you click there to go shopping, just type in foam adhesive sheets and it'll pop up. But it's wonderful because I can save this. This is something else I used the other day. And this is what came out of the center of the die I used. So I will be using all of this for something else. This is what I used for these because that came from another project I had. Okay, so those are really, really handy. Now I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, because this is a little higher because it is foam. Now what I'm going to do is this is going to go right here. Okay, a little bit up, but this is going to go here because it's got a big jump. But because I have this panel here, I'm going to take a large dimensional, which is slightly smaller, and I'm going to put it right under here. Okay, all right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across the top with adhesive because this and this make it even. I hope that makes sense. All right, so we're going to pull this off. It's right with the foam adhesive, I believe, on there. So top and bottom, hold it like this, and then, well, actually, I'm going to go side to side. You want to make sure you're covering that up, and you want to make sure your distance is pretty much the same right about there. I'm going to go a little higher, a little over, right about there. And it's nice because it looks like your saying is going straight. Okay, so now you want to rub this right here because that's what's adhering your seal. And now right here is your foam, and over here is your dimensional. And now it looks all the same height. Okay, but it's very secure card. So now we got to think about what we're going to do. We are going to have this little guy hang out here. And because we've got foam right there, we're going to cut that off just like that. And we're going to stick it in here the best you can. We're going to cut off a little more. Now be careful, you don't want to cut off right there. But I'm going to cut off a little bit more because our foam is probably sticking out a little bit more, which is fine. We're going to put dimensionals right here. The rest of whatever you're adhering is all up to you, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're going to just stick this down here. The thing you want to remember is you've got to have it on your panel because this is your card base, and then so that it's not sticking out and get trapped in your envelope. All right, we're going to take just this little flower here. Again, just a regular dimensional. And we're just, I want it down a little bit. You can have it all the way out if you want, but this is not down. So I'm going to go down just a little bit and push that down, and it's secured. It's going to hold that down, and it's touching your paper. So that's not going to go anywhere. These I just bent just slightly. You know, normally I use my bone folder, but I didn't want anything crazy. I just want to add just a little bit of dimension here. And we're going to put those on. I like to do them a little bit different. Like, see how these are fun leaves? I'm going to put those upward, and then I'm going to put them down over here. But I think I want them like this a little bit more. So I'm going to add a dimensional. We're going to change it up just a little bit. Oh, you guys are welcome. I hope you guys like it. All right, so I want the pink fun part up. I'm going to put this part right about here. I want it above my sentiment, but I want this, I think I'm going to go like right there. I do flowers first. A lot of people like to do leaves first, but I like the flowers. And I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to do this downward. So you can see, and we can flip the little leaves however we want, kind of intertwine our cards. And then let's play with our leaves now. We can put some right here so we can see them really well. Hello. And then this one right about there, I think. Let's see, if we pull this down here, what does it look like? I still like it up here, I think. Oh, what about half and half? Well, I still think like this I like. So this one's going to be off, so we're going to put a dimensional on this one over here. But I'm going to put some seal, which my seal is a new seal, so it's acting up. I love seal. At first, you guys know, it took me a minute to get the hang of it, but now I love it. All right, so did I take that? Yeah. We're just going to go right in here, right past the just right there, and I still think this is going to be kind of down a ways. So what I should have done is put foam there because I forgot the flowers up on this. So instead, I'm just going to take another dimensional. And if the leaf pokes up a tiny bit higher, I'm okay with that. There, see? Pretty. Now let's go to this one. And I just want it out of the way of the leaves. I think I might go up a little bit. What do you guys think? Let's see. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna cut it. Why not? We're gonna cut it. See what we think. If we put that right there, just kind of poking out, and then we put this one over here, but out more. I want it out more. I don't like that either. So let's bring that over here and bring this one up more. I like that better. I think we need a third one maybe. Let's see, this one's smaller. Let's try that. This one's smaller and kind of curves. Oh, okay, here we go. And kind of curves. This one's bigger. Is that what I had earlier? I don't know. Okay. I still think I like them both over here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, but I'm still going to put dimension on both of them. It'll pop up a little bit, but that's okay. We like things that pop up and bling, right? All right, so here we go. I know there's still so many new things from the from the new annual catalog to play with, and now here it's going to be Christmas in July soon, and I'm going to be doing some sneak peeks with Christmas. Okay, I think I'm going to put that right there. Okay, I like that. All right, let's move all of our crumbs out of the way. All right, so now we need, of course, my favorite iridescent gems. I don't think I could live without these. I'm so glad they're here for a year. All right, so we're going to put the large ones here. I'm going to put a medium one, I think, right here. I think I'll do the same because I liked what I did. I'll put one right here. And I need another little one. Can you tell I've used a lot of the little ones already? Let's see. Okay. Little ones. Here we go. Oh, that might be a medium. Oh well, we're going to put a medium right here. I'm running out of littles. There we go. Oh, thank you, Deb. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Jennifer. Kathy. Hi, Mary. How are you? These are the iridescent rhinestones. I know the writing, my thing is so weird. Iridescent rhinestones. The number, if you have a pen, is 158130. 158130. Now, there's a lot in here because as I open packages looking for small ones or whatever size I'm looking for, I just put the other ones in one pack so that I just have them right here. So they just come with one large sheet of all the sizes. So there we go. I said I was going to change it a little bit. This one just looks a little more rounded, like right over the top, and this one just looks a little more slanted. So, you know, it's just whatever you decide. You can always take this and, you know, pull it out up the top, but then you've got that white corner down there kind of empty. And so I just decided to have that kind of coming out there. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys liked the video. Oof, I'm thirsty. It's warm today. The lizard's gone. He must have ran away. So again, for those of you that started late, I'm going to show you really quickly a lot of updates going on. My new June host code. I would love if you can use the host code when you purchase. If your order is over 150, please don't use it because I want you to get the host code, or excuse me, the Stampin rewards, and you get all of the perks for that. Bingo is June 21st. There's a link below, and we always have a lot of fun, and this bingo will be holiday. I say Christmas, I should say holiday. It will be inspiration from our new mini catalog. So that will be bingo this time. It's going to be so much fun. And I know a lot of you play bingo. We always have such a good time. The prizes, I should back up for the new people. $100 prizes, I do 4 of them. It only costs $35 to play. You get 4 projects. You'll get kits for the 4 projects. And then we do 4 bingos. It's a lot of fun. Oh, Laura, I bet you do in your dry area. I also have a Hues of Happiness online class. These are sneak peeks. I'm not going to show you my exact projects other than these little snippets here because I've already seen people making the projects before we get to make them in bingo. So I'd rather you guys be the first one to make them and then people can make away. But I'm doing this bingo for you. And so the cards are gorgeous. There's one that is a super fancy card, a super fancy fold. There's a 3D project and 2 cards that are just stunning. So hopefully you'll join. It's a lot of fun. In June, it's buy one kit, get one 50% off. And just so you know, if there's a kit that you want, and I'm going to show you a new one right now, that it is the more expensive one is the one you're going to get 50% off. So don't forget to check those out. Here is the new kit. It is called Love This Memory Notebook. The top left-hand side, you'll see a craft notebook. And the notebook is 8.5 by 5.25. And you'll have these pockets and stickers and different elements to add to it. And some washi tape. It's really, really cute. There's this adorable stamp set that you'll get with it. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And so I think it's going to be a great time to get together. I mentioned earlier that if you purchase this kit from me, I think we're going to do a private video, just let's craft and have some fun. You can see what I'm going to do with mine. And if you'd like to do it, I'd love to have you join me. Yes, Deb. So there's, for the Hues class, there's 3 choices. If you purchase the suite from me, the class is free, but you still need to go to my blog, which is right up here, and go to shop and go to the Hues online class and fill out the registration form. And then I will mail you the kits. I'm going to prep them this weekend. I'm hoping they'll go out by Wednesday at the latest next week. What is today? Yeah. And then the class, I believe it's the 16th. And then and it's a recorded video, and you can watch it and do it as much as you want. It'll go step by step, kind of like bingo, but more just focused on the class. And then the other option is if you already have it, you pay $35 for the class and you'll get your kits in the mail. And or there's a $20 option and you'll get the PDF for the fancy fold and you'll get the video link. And that's all on your own to do your own kits and everything, but you'll get all the measurements as we go. So any of those. Kathy, I do too. I have some really fun ideas. So like I said, anybody that buys that kit from me, we're going to do a private video and we'll do a live. We'll just chat and just have a good time. I may even try to do a Zoom. I haven't done a Zoom in a very long time, but I might do that. And thank you, Arlene. I might do that, and that way we can visit and do that together. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. I'm not sure, though, about how I face my camera down and all that stuff, so we might have to try it. Oh, I bet, Laura. Okay, so the last thing I have is the paper share. It is the holiday season for us in our new mini catalog. And there is a lot of gorgeous, gorgeous paper in here. There's fall paper. There's there's like black and white paper. There's paper that doesn't have a theme, but very universal, very useful for any type of card. There's the Christmas paper is absolutely stunning. And it's just, there's a lot of fun paper. So if you'd like to join my paper share, there's a link below, and there's also a link below for the Hues class and bingo. So any of those that you are interested in, please register for those. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. And what else? I'm just looking. Unboxing video. I'm going to do an unboxing video tomorrow. So please make sure you subscribe and then click on the bell and hit all. And then when I schedule the video for the unboxing, sometimes it's like 30 minutes ahead of time. Once I get all my stuff, get it situated, and my grandson goes home, which he goes home at 1 o'clock California time. So it could be any time after that once I get my items and get them kind of organized. It is a long video. So I'd like to start it earlier than later. So as soon as everything is ready to go, I will go live. Because if you haven't seen my unboxing videos, they're very detailed and they take a lot of time. And I just take my time and answer questions, and we might try some stuff if there's something you want to try and things like that. Oh, good, Deborah. Oh, Laura, that does not sound fun. I don't like sandstorms. My upline's in Texas, and she gets like a dirt windstorms, I guess. And I guess when we were there last year, we just missed it. And thank goodness, because my contacts, I don't think could take it. So that does not sound fun to me. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the thumbs up and sharing and subscribing. It helps my video a lot. And my YouTube, and I appreciate it. Basically what that does, it keeps my video kind of towards the top when people are looking for Stampin' Up or demonstrations or techniques or anything like that. And that just really helps my channel stay up. So I really appreciate that very, very much. I would love your business. The host code is listed below and links for anything that you've seen today. If you would like it, you can click on the product. It'll take you right to my store, and my host code's already attached to the link. So hopefully that helps you a little faster. And oh, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate it. Thanks, Pamela. You're welcome, Gloria. So I will see you tomorrow. I will post on my business Facebook, which is Marcie Besecker Designs. I will post there and say, I'm going to go live in about a half hour or whatever. And I'm also going to have a giveaway tomorrow. So I hope to see you there.